Right, Janessa, thank you so much. Listen, she has been giving us some vital information. We really cover a very large region, and that's why we stay on air for so long, because this is life-saving information we are trying to give out to everyone. So thank you so much for continuing to watch us right here on DC News Now at 10 on DCW 50. I'm Susan Tran.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. It's certainly been a very busy, hectic night. We are, of course, on a DMV first warn day with Tropical Depression Debby really just hitting our region. And we're certainly keeping an eye everywhere from Northern Virginia to Western Maryland to here in the district. And Janessa and the team of meteorologists have been all over it tonight.
That's right. And you can see the radar on the top right of your screen. There is that little bit of a lull, but we've got a ways to go. As Janessa was saying, the D.C. area is set to get hit around 7, 9 o'clock morning commute. We have team coverage for you tonight. Our Mayor Carbone is in Potomac, Maryland, where we are seeing signs of the storm damage. Of course, Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb is keeping track of the storms for us. But right now, we are going to go over to Max Marcella, who is there in Alexandria.
Yeah, in Old Town Alexandria, which always gets hit with flooding. And Max, we can see behind you as high tide approaches in the next 90 minutes or so. What are you seeing? In the last couple hours, it wasn't much flooding, but we see the water there on the roads.
Yeah, absolutely. This is King Street near the waterfront. We're going to give you a good look at what's happening now. If you remember, if you have been with us through all of our coverage, it was a little over an hour ago where we were standing just across the street and there were just a few puddles on the roadway. Now you can see the entirety of this block of King Street, again, right near the waterfront, is underwater. That is nothing new. That is not a surprise. This is typically what happens whenever there's any sort of weather situation like this here in Old Town Alexandria. Earlier in the evening, we spoke with Mai Tai. You can see that restaurant right across the street. Again, they and the Starbucks over there and the bar, they are all used to this flooding. They have sandbags up, and they said that this is something that they have seen in the past.
Tables, the water can get almost as tall as them, and our umbrellas pretty much always fall over. The flooding usually affects the restaurant pretty badly on those days.
All right, so at the end of that clip, you saw a storm we covered back in January. Now, take one more look at those tables. The water not that high yet, but again, a long ways to go. And one more thing I want to show you guys before we go back to you. If we have our photographer, Ryan, just come with me this way. We talked about how prone to flooding Alexandria is, and you can see just up here on the corner of King and Union, there is a pillar with measurements. It is telling you how high above sea level you are. We know Alexandria, this portion of the city, is right at sea level. So you can see these numbers right here indicating how many feet above sea level. We have seen storms where the water gets up to this high. Again, right now it is just in the streetway, but we are going to continue to monitor as the storm and the rain continues throughout the night. And we'll bring you the latest live from Old Town. Max Marcella, DC News Now, back to you.
All right.